Hi guys, I'm Johnny. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a very delicious almond tart with berry preserve. It is so delicious, very easy to make, so let's get started. Alright guys, so Mother's Day is around the corner, so I figured this will be a great recipe to make for your mother because it is so delicious. It's a nice sweet treat, but it's not overly sweet, so it has the perfect sweetness. So delicious. So the first thing that we're going to do is prepare our tart dough. So in a large bowl, we're going to go ahead and add some all-purpose flour and some powdered sugar. I'm using powdered sugar, but you can also use regular sugar. To that, you're going to go ahead and add some salt, and using your spatula, mix everything together until well blended. So now we're going to mix in the butter with the flour mixture. So this is some cold butter that I cut into cubes. And using a pastry cutter, I'm gonna blend in the butter with the flour until it resembles size of peas. You can use a fork to do this, or you can even use your hands. I don't like using my hands that much because your hands are, they're warm, so it will melt the butter easily. So I like to use a pastry cutter. And if you don't want to do this by hand, you can by all means do this in a food processor. It is so much easier. So now we're going to mix the rest of the ingredient for the tart dough. So here in this small bowl, I have some egg yolk. And to the egg yolk, we're going to go ahead and add some cold water and vanilla extract. And using a fork, mix everything together until well blended. Now we're going to take the egg yolk mixture and add it into our flour mixture. And using your hands, you're going to form a dough. I have this 9-inch tart pan, and I'm going to flatten my dough in there. Make sure I cover everything. So using a fork, I'm gonna prick some holes into the dough. We're going to blind bake this dough, which means you're gonna bake it twice. Place this into the freezer for about 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, we're gonna bake the dough. But the first thing that we're going to do is to put some aluminum foil on top of the dough or some parchment paper, and we're going to put some weights on it. You could use rice, you could use any beans, just what I'm using. So the reason that we do this is so when we bake the dough, it doesn't puff off. So we're gonna bake it there at a 375 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you're going to remove the pie weight and allow the dough to chill in the counter. So guys, now we're going to make the almond filling. So in a bowl, I'm going to go ahead and add some softened butter, and using my hand elixir mixer, I'm gonna mix everything together until the butter is nice and soft. This is the almond paste that I'm using. It comes in a box, like 8 ounces almond paste. So you're going to add that little by little, like 1-inch piece at a time, and you're going to mix it until it is well incorporated. We're going to go ahead and sprinkle our sugar and keep on mixing. Add the eggs one at a time and mix until everything is nice and smooth. Make sure you scrape your bowl with a spatula to make sure everything is well blended. And then you're going to fold in your flour. You can use your mixer or your spatula to mix everything well, and that's your filling. So now we're going to assemble everything together. You're gonna take your tart that we pre-baked, and you're going to spread your preserve or jam. I am using mixed berry preserve, but my favorite preserve is raspberry. So I usually use raspberry, but I just didn't have. So I recommend that you use raspberry, but this mixed berry is really good too. So that's what I'm using, and using my spatula, I'm going to spread everything on the bottom of the tart. And after everything is nice and spread, we're going to take our almond filling, and using your spoon, you're going to dollop around the dough. And now using my offset spatula, I'm going to spread everything evenly until it covers all the jam. Now we're going to sprinkle with some sliced almond. I'm going to place my tart pan into a baking sheet, and we're going to bake this at a 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 to 40 minutes. You know it's ready because the top is going to be nice and golden brown and delicious. So I baked my tart for exactly 35 minutes and I allow it to cool in a cooling rack. Now I'm just going to sprinkle some powdered sugar on top, and there you have it. Alright guys, so I have a piece of my tart here and I'm just gonna give it a try. It smells so good. It is so good. The pastry dough, it is so buttery and delicious. The filling is nice and tastes like almonds, obviously. And with the jam, and then you have the crunchy almonds on top. It makes like a great complement to it. I really hope you get to try it and make it for your mom for Mother's Day. The recipe will be in the description box. If you make it, don't forget to send me a picture on Instagram. And I'll see you next time. Bye.